Hey there, YouTube family. Thanks for joining us. This is the Weekend Edition. I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture, and David Gaines. He puts everything together. Thanks so much for joining us. This week's edition includes two documentaries that I want you to look out for, and the 2025 Songwriters Hall of Fame has been announced. You know what I realized? We forgot to hug. Come on, it's not cute not knowing. Now you know I'm Patty Jackson. I'm your auntie of pop culture, and we got some great stuff to talk about this week. This is the week for Captain America, Brave New World. Anthony Mackie is stepping into the role of Captain America, playing the character of Sam Wilson, just in time for Valentine's weekend. This action adventure Marvel is back. In addition to Anthony Mackie, you've got Harrison Ford, and I don't want to give anything away, but wait until you see who he turns into. You got Giancarlo Esposito. Who's the villain in Captain America? It's Sidewinder, the leader of the Serpent Society. We all know Robin Roberts from Good Morning America, but did you know that she produces movies for Lifetime? Get ready for the Gloria Gaynor story. She's 81. When you think of the 1975 classic, I Will Survive, her life, her struggles, all on Lifetime this weekend. Here's a documentary that I want to tell you about. Sly Lives, the burden of a black genius. We're talking about Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone. This documentary, directed by Questlove, debuts on Hulu February 13th. It's about Sly Stone's life, career, legacy. So many superstars are talking about Sly in this documentary. Everybody from Andre 3000, D'Angelo, Shaka Khan, Q-Tip, Nile Rodgers, Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, and George Clinton, just to name a few. Now, here's one documentary I'm really interested in because this famed actor-comedian is telling it in his own words. Eddie Murphy is going to Netflix, a documentary about his life and career. This is kind of different because most people have documentaries done about them, but here's Eddie Murphy in his own words. It's coming soon. Beyonce, boy, big Grammy wins, album of the year, country album of the year. Get ready for Cowboy Carter the tour, which is going to take her all around the world, and U.S. stops like Washington, D.C., New York, LA, Chicago, Atlanta, overseas, London. Yes, Beyonce and Cowboy Carter. So this is this huge sports weekend. When you think about the big game, it's the Eagles, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's talk about the pregame entertainment. You've got New Orleans native Trombone Shorty. He's doing America the Beautiful. Singer Ledisi is going to do the Black National Anthem, Lift Every Voice and Sing. John Batiste is going to be on hand for the National Anthem. And halftime, get ready. He won so many awards. Let's pull out the broom. Sweep, sweep, sweep. Kendrick Lamar and SZA are going to be taking the stage at halftime. Class of 25, stand up. The Songwriters Hall of Fame Awards, which are taking place this summer in June. Congratulations to the class, George Clinton, the Doobie Brothers, Rodney Jerkins, and the Beach Boys, to name a few. And now it's time for Ask Auntie, where you get a chance to ask me questions. Of course, I can't do this. And I appreciate all the questions that you guys sent in. I put my readers on. Novalet Centron 8794. Auntie, what moisturizer are you using? Your face looks great. Please tell. I am big on serums. Olay, back in the day, they were oil of Olay. They have serums for the day, serums for the night. I also get to moisturize. I do not care if you don't wear makeup. I really hate when people say that. I don't wear makeup. You don't have to. you need to take care of your skin and wait. And your moisturizer. And I use this primer called Tatcha to just protect my face because I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I'm learning how to, between the I like a nice lip and the lash, but just relying on my skin. Tatcha, Tatch. It's a nice primer and it works very well. I wish I could have someone come to my house every morning and do my eyebrows. I really do. I said, if I was ever rich, that's what I would do. But thank you. I just think it's important. If you do wear makeup, cleanse your skin, clean your face, get it off of your face. It is so, so important. Our next question, Evelyn Chester, 8661. Patty, did you know Donny Hathaway released What's Going On years before Marvin? It's literally word for word with a different beat. Let me tell you the backstory on that. Donny Hathaway recorded What's Going on his 1972 album Live. Marvin Gaye did the original, which came out in 1971. What's Going On was written by Obie Benson. He was one of the members of the Four Tops. He witnessed a situation where a man was being beaten on the streets of Chicago, and he decided to write about it with another guy, Al Cleveland. Marvin Gaye's life at that time had taken such a turn. And in that time, with the Vietnam War, a lot of people against the war, Marvin Gaye saw firsthand, because when his brother came home from Vietnam, he was a very changed man. And that was the catalyst. These two people getting together with Marvin Gaye making his own and coming up with What's Going On, one of the greatest albums ever, because What's Going On was a concept album. If you ever listen to it, just listen to it straight. It's a whole concept album that Motown did not want him to put out. Berry Gordy was very mad when Marvin Gaye, you're getting too political, you should just stick to doing love songs. And Marvin Gaye says, no, we are going to sing about what's going on right now. When I grow up, I'm going to be a music historian. Okay, other questions. Joanne Marshall, 575. Auntie, does your son have a relationship with his father? Hope it's not too personal. Yes, he does. And this is something that I'm going to talk about in my book. In the beginning, we didn't. It was a bad breakup. Who breaks up while they're pregnant? I'm going to talk about it because what God did, my pastor, the Reverend Alan Waller from the Enon Tabernacle Baptist Church, once preached. You can't be a better person, because every year says, I have the same resolution. I'm going to be a better person than I was last year. Well, you can't be a better person if you're mad at this person. You ain't speaking to that person. You don't know how to mend this relationship. And God brought us back together for our son. And we realized that we had to be, like superheroes. We had to be like the Avengers. We got to come together as a force, because our son in his life, and yes, my son and his father, they do have a relationship. His father is one of my closest friends today. Who would have thought? Look at God. Look at God. Won't he do it? And he did. And it's something I want to talk about, because when the bitterness sets in and you don't allow that person to see the kid because you're still mad, you're mad about what's happening, it's never good for the child. It's never good. Sometimes you got to let go, let God, and let God do his work. And that's what God did. Our final question, Valerie Jones, 1013. Hi, Auntie. If a particular store you shop at pulled back from DEI practices, would you continue to shop at the store? This is very hard for me, because I'm such a fan of Target. But I think there are a lot of stores we're not going to know about. And I said I'll take it on a case-by-case basis and see. I'm going to do my investigating, see where I can get stuff that I love. But that's one of my stores. It was very disheartened to hear that they were going to pull back. But as we have this DEI conversation, white women will suffer the most from DEI. People think it's black people. Black people are at the bottom of the list when it comes to these DEI practices. One should be, of course, hired on their skills, no matter what color, no matter what sexuality. People get all in the mix if that person's qualified, whether they're a woman, whether they're black or white, whether they're gay. Look, we live in different times. We really do. So that is something that I would have to see, but I have pondered on it long and hard, and I think I might have to make a change. Yeah, you love a store because you can go in there and get some. Yeah, it's one of those situations. The young man that puts all of this together is David A. Gaines. I love working with him, and he's got an exciting project that's coming up here in Philadelphia. He is a very talented guy, and here is David talking about his upcoming project.
Thanks, Auntie. What's up, y'all? This is David A. Gaines. A lot of you know me as the editor for the Weekend Edition. I've been editing the Weekend Edition for a little over a year now, and really appreciate how welcoming everyone's been and embracing me into this community that Auntie's cultivated over the years. It's an honor to be here. I love working with Auntie. Our relationship goes way back, but we'll save that conversation for another day. I'm here because I'm not just an editor. I'm also a filmmaker, a poet, and a performer, and I'm putting on my first poetry show here in my hometown of Philadelphia from February 14th to February 16th. It's an experimental poetry show about inner child healing, and we're utilizing live sound and live film projection to create a sort of immersive experience that's never been done before. So if you like poetry, if you like theater, if you enjoy art about mental health, you do not want to miss this. Now, I know it's Valentine's Day weekend, but hear me out. Tickets are pay what you can, so it's a cheap date. And also, the show's only an hour long, so you can come early. It's at 7 p.m. on the Friday and Saturday, and then 2 p.m. on Sunday. So come, the show's only an hour long. Come in, hang out, bring your date, you know what I'm saying? And then you can have a good time and then enjoy your day afterwards. We're not trying to take over your evening or anything like that. So if you're interested in any of that, I will leave the information in the comment section and the event description. And I would love to see you and meet you there. It's not cute not knowing. See ya.
Well, that's all, folks. This is the Weekend Edition put together by David A. Gaines. Thanks so much for joining us. You know what to do. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell. When you want to do your Ask Auntie questions, and you can just ask me questions, leave them in the comment section. Give us a thumbs up if you like the video. And of course, as I say, subscribe to the channel because there's always something going on during the week, on the weekends. We are so glad to have you here. This is our Weekend Edition, and thanks so much for joining us. It's not cute not knowing. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.